There is a saying that it doesn't matter what you know, what matters is who you know. So today I will share about the importance of association and how that association influences you. So I promise that today we'll understand really how important it is to have a very good association. Today I will start sharing from my own story. I remember that I had a bad association and I used to speak with them a lot of time, so I started acting differently. And because you act differently, you are not able to connect with people that potentially could be your friends. So that means I remember when I had a conversation with really nice people, but because I communicated like my other friends, I was not able to connect. I needed to change myself and change my association to be able to connect with people that I really would love to connect. And now when I think about association and influence, I remember that when I lived in California for a bit, for 3 months, and I didn't speak English back then, and I was living with one guy who used to smoke, drink, don't party a lot, and because I didn't speak with him a lot, but I lived my life the way how I live. After 3 months, he said that you changed my life because I do not smoke, I don't drink anymore, and I saw that there is a different way of living. So that means I was influenced to him, even though that he said that I changed his life, but I truly believe that he by saying that changed my life even more, because I understood how much you're able to influence other people just by living the way how you live. Now, a lot of times people say that, okay, I don't get influenced by other people, I make decisions by myself. But I truly believe that people who says that are the most influenced of all, because they do not put the guard on themselves. Because a lot of times we need to protect ourselves from people that you don't like. Because the less you spend with those people that you don't like, the more time you will have with people that you like. Now, yesterday I was sharing that a lot of times people buy properties, houses or cars for wrong reasons, because they have association that everyone in their association have a car with their lease, financial lease, everyone has a house with big mortgage, big interest rates, and they seem successful, but a lot of times it's not. And now because you are part of the association, you want to do the same. You buy an expensive car that you're not supposed to, you buy an expensive house that you're not supposed to, and you get to the same station. And that's how it's brought that the five average of your people will create your lifestyle. Now, but I truly believe that those decisions could be reversed when you're moving to totally different kind of people who want to think about their future, and they don't want you to really have a microwave mindset where you get everything right away. No, maybe it's better to put that money that you're supposed to spend on a car or on a house, put that money into experiences like maybe traveling, maybe some kind of courses, maybe it's a business that you want to explore because you are a young individual, or maybe not young, but still you want to invest in a business, in investments, and wait for a couple of years, because in those couple of years with that money that you potentially bought a car, that money could multiply 10-folds, 50-folds, 100-folds. It depends where you put the money. So association is very important because it's influence how you eat, how you think, where you put your money, what kind of food you put in your mouth, and that means everything about your life is coming from your association. So I hope that you understand how much influence you can get just by spending time with other people. Because I remember that I really wanted to be very kind and a nice, build a brand of person who always adds value to other people. But for short term, I was spending with people who was very, very selfish. And what I saw after 3 or 6 months, that I became much more selfish and I didn't like myself anymore. So what I needed to do, I needed to jump out of that train where I was going with those people and move out of that, because I didn't like myself how I speak with other people, because I was speaking more about myself than about other people. I didn't speak and ask questions enough to understand who they are, and I was speaking about myself more than about them, and I hated that. And I really understood that I need to change. So I think that sometimes when you ask yourself why you act a certain way, you need to ask who is acting the way how I act. Because you can find a lot of times that you act like someone else, someone in your circle. And when you find that, maybe you want to reduce your time with that person because you start acting the same as that other person acts. So when you think about association, a lot of times other example is that people act exactly the same way. For example, being on time. Because what I want to make sure that people know that when I said a word that I will be somewhere, I always be there. So that means for me, word is very, very important. And for example, when I say something for a person that I know that in their surrounding that no one is showing up on time, so what I need to do, of course, I always need to show up on time. So I said that I will call at 7, I call at 7. Even though that I understand that other person could not show up at 7 p.m., I still need to show example that I always show up at 7 because I said so. And next time when I call, they know that I will call at 7 because I did it. And then I will do third time, fourth time, fifth time. Then they will understand that this is how I do things, and they will make sure that they are at 7 p.m. because they know that that's very important for me. So that means a lot of times people feel discouraged because someone is not living up to their standards, but sometimes you need to give grace because they are wrong and they are in a very wrong association. And if you want to change them, you need to understand that they will need some time, because exactly the same with health. For example, if you eating all week long burgers and you eat one apple, what will do that one apple? Of course, it's better than eating all burgers, but that one apple will not change too much. So that means they need to have more influence of that healthy food, of that healthy influence on the station to really change something. So that means the more you spend time with that person, the more you're able to influence in a positive way. Because I have seen a lot of times people who has like 6 negative people and have 1 positive people, still that person is negative because their association is too negative. Now, I hope that you will understand that how important it is to really build intentionally your association and influence, and really reconsider how much you are influenced by other people, and change association in a way that you could be influenced positively. So I hope you will choose to win, and see you tomorrow.